Hello dear follower, I welcome you to this wonderful video tutorial that focuses on modeling of a simple object. Today we shall be looking at the ways one can model an object like this. This is a plastic table, and this plastic table I took time to photograph the various parts of the table: the plan view, which is the top view, the bottom view, the plan view of the leg. You can see what the leg looks like. You can see what the table looks like when you plug one of the legs out. So then you can see the various measurements I took: the measurement of the leg of the table, the length or the height, let's put it as the height, 70 mm, that is 700 mm. Then the depth of the table is 45 mm. Then the protrusion, where you have the groove that the leg of the table moves into, is about 15 mm. I have to measure it. Then this curved part in the table, that is from this spot to this spot, what I have there is 40 mm. Now the pattern design that you have inside, that is this, the span between each box and each box is 100 mm, 100 mm. You can see it, 100 mm. The leg of the table, that is the thickness of the table, and the table leg is 55 mm. And the part of the leg of the table that I call the tongue, that is being pushed into the groove of the table, the tongue is 50 mm. You can see that. The length of the table is 755 mm. The width of the table is 465 mm. So this is the side view of the table. I have modeled this table already. You can see it here. Let me show you the 3D. Look at it here, the 3D. The finished work of it. Although I have not converted it into object yet. You can see the various parts. How did I model it? I have to model the top separately, model one of the foot, and then duplicate it on the four corners, then couple it together to have a complete table. So we shall start by modeling this top. Let's go down to our floor plan. In my floor plan, I have already done a drawing of the plan view of the table. I don't mind going over it again. Let's start with line. Big line. I want to repeat what I have here. The length of the table is 755 mm, width, which is 465. Beautiful. Then I have to look for my axial line. Axial line is the middle of this line. Draw it. This axial line that goes towards this side, I call it my minor axial line. The one that moves, that divides the length of the table into two, I call it the major axial line. I can change the color to whatever. I might choose something like I use this as the color of the axial line. Then, because I have this protrusion here, I said it's 40 mm, so I have to duplicate this 40 mm, 40, then mirror it. Then from here, from this outer edge to where it starts curving inside is 75 mm. I get it. Just take a copy of this outer line, type in your 75, draw, then mirror it the other side by Shift Control M. Shift Control M is for mirroring of a copy. Then pick your polyline. Start from this point. Polyline. And change the curve edge. Curve this towards here. Curve this towards here. Pick another polyline. And use and click on fillet. Once fillet at the side radius of 20. You type radius, apply on four corners, click OK to apply here and apply here. Then offset it inside 15 mm. Offset all edges inside, type in 15. This 15 gives you this gap here. You see this narrow width strip here, that's 15. You also repeat it here and produce this curve shape here, this pattern here. That's the next thing we want to do now. So having done that, you click on this edge, type in 20, you fillet of 20, OK. Fillet of 20, click OK. The same thing here on the four edges. Now you have to change this way so that it will curve smoothly. First of all, click on it and go to fillet as well. Type in 300 and see what happens. It will give you the maximum limit of fillet it could accommodate, then click OK. Now it curves. repeat the same thing here. Repeat it on all the 4 edges. That we will have it done. Then duplicate that outer edge line and drop it back to where it is. Then offset it 15. 13, 15. You see what you have? Now cut this place off. Cut this place off. Then delete these ones. Highlight this line and change the instruction to continue polyline. Drop it here and stop. Now delete every other line that is not relevant. Then mirror this material by Shift Ctrl M. By this way you have the plan view of the table. You can see what it looks like. Then what we have to do now is we have to get the leg of the table. I will use one. Click on this outer edge, pick a copy of it, drop it back there, offset it 2.5 mm, 2.5. This is what you have. Then take a line at this spot, move. Then offset this line 55 mm, which is the width of the table, width of the leg of the table, 55. Drop it. It seems like 55 is too much, okay? But that is what we have now. That's what we observed. Then take another line at this spot and offset it 55 towards this side, 55. Good. Cut this off and delete these ones. Now delete this line as well. This line, click on it and mirror, duplicate a copy of it by mirror. Click at this spot, draw it here, you have something like this. Now use a line and identify the nodal points on this curve. Look at one here. Mark a line there. Mark a line there. Mark a line there. The reason why I have to highlight it first is to identify the position. That's because of the version of ARCHICAD I'm using. Higher version will notify you the nodal point. So trace out, you pick a polyline and trace out this shape. Then highlight it and curve this edge to lap with this. Don't curve this area, let it. Delete the splitted polyline, the small lines. Now having done this, what you do now is you delete this. No, just leave it. That done. The next thing you do is repeat this line, this center line. Drag them out. A duplicate of it. Drop it. That's okay. Now, what you have to do this time around is highlight this line, drag a copy and drop back. Then offset this new copy. Offset all the edges to 2.5. 2.5. This is what you have. Now that you have this, highlight on this one and mirror copies of it to the 4 corners of the table. Duplicate and transfer the other side. You have it looking like this. Now that you have it, pick this spot. Stop here and move this way. Move this way. Now highlight this new line, this new polyline, and curve the edges that are necessary there. The first step towards creating an object is using of line to draw what you want. The use of slabs and morph and the rest of the materials used are secondary. This is the basic thing, the most important aspect of creation of this object. So as it is now, offset this line, all the edges, offset all the edges 2. Just type in your 2. That's okay. Now that we've offset it to 2, some edges have to be returned back, like here. Click on this spot, return it back to 2. That is using an offset single edge. Do it on all the 4 corners of this object. Now drag this particular section out together with the section. Just copy it out, take it out, just take it out straight. No, just drag a copy of it, out, drop. That's important. In the center, just introduce hotspot and spot there, and then remove these lines. That done. Another thing you do here is copy this spot out. Leave it. Another thing you do is what else? The length of this chain, you have to copy it out. You have to take a copy of it out, drag a copy of it out. You've done that. Another thing you do is this particular spot, you copy, drag a copy of it out. Introduce a hotspot here. Delete this line. That one. What else do we need to copy out there? We already have this. That's the length of the table. That's okay. Okay. There's one more thing. Highlight on this line. Highlight on it. When you highlight on it, drag a copy of it and drop back. And then offset it, offset the entire edge is 2.5. Yes, that done. Copy it out. You will soon understand the meaning of everything I'm doing. Drop a hotspot. Remember, you can say drop a hotspot in the middle here, and then delete this line. You can see these two shapes look similar, but they differ. They are not the same. There is a little difference between both. So now let's